But joining us now, NewsX is debutant director Pranay Meshram, who of course is all set to thrill you with Akelli, that is releasing this August. Pranay, welcome to NewsX. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
What
much.
was the inspiration behind Akelli and making your debut with it?
So, as I said, I met this woman in the Middle East. She's based in Middle East right now, and she had this. She had gone through this journey. She was stuck with ISIS, and then the way she escaped from there. So, listening to her after I heard her story, I thought it really intrigued me a lot. Saying, this is something very new which has not been spoken about in the past. So I thought this is a good story to tell. Also, while I was researching about this particular subject, people who go abroad for jobs and they get stuck. So I found a lot of other cases like that. There are a lot of men, there are a lot of women who go to Middle East for jobs and they get stuck there by their passports are being taken, and they're not able to come back. And they get stuck and they're like pleading the government, and also the government has helped a lot of people to come back since then. And then that's the thing I got to know after I started researching about it. So I thought it's a very good topic. Like people who go, like we think from here that people go abroad to make money and they must be making a lot of money, but actually it is not like that. There is a lot. They face a lot of difficulties. They face a lot of problems, and I wanted to say this story. That is a larger perspective, but keeping this woman as a center character of the film, who went there for a job and got stuck with the ISIS, and how she escaped from there, or whether she didn't come. Did she come back? Didn't she come back? So that's the premise of the film, and that's I thought this was very intriguing and new for to tell.
How did the collaboration with Nusrat Bharucha happen? How did her casting happen, and how was it working with her?
So, Mr. Vicky Sadana, who's also the producer of the film, he plays a major part in that. So I knew Vicky sir from a very long time, and when I wrote the script, I had approached a lot of other actors, but there were a lot of other things that were happening, so then couldn't work out. But then eventually, I went and met Vicky sir, and I told him, I have the script, and I always had Nusrat in my mind when I wrote it, because the reason behind that was the woman who I met. She has a very she's what do you say, a very naive kind of a person. जिसको देख के लगेगा नहीं यार she's gonna fight back, and I wanted someone like that, and I always had Nusrat in my mind when I was writing the story. And when I met Vicky sir, he's like, why do you think Nusrat would fit in? I said absolutely, that's what I was thinking about, and then we pitched this film to Nusrat, and she was like a little skeptical about things, whether she should, because she had just come out of Sonu Ki Titu Ki Sweetie and all that, and it's like an image changing film for her. She was like thinking whether she should do it or not, but then after we had like a force to convince her, and then she got convinced eventually, and she said yes to the film. But yeah, so it was like working with her was absolutely like she's a director's actor. She does whatever, and the best part is she comes prepared on set. That's the beautiful part about her. She comes prepared on set, and she's a director's actor, as I said. So it was like a fab experience working with her.
You also have, of course, Fauda stars, two of them, in fact, starring. So how did that happen, and how was it like working with international people for the film?
Yes, again, as you know, Vicky sir is the casting director also, and he was backing. Obviously his team has done the casting, but so it was his idea eventually to begin with, that why don't, because the characters that I have written were Arabic. Now we wanted to cast Arabic actors, so he came up with the idea, why don't we cast these people? When I saw their auditions, I was like blown away, like these are like such fab actors, and not just them, we had more options, but the dates couldn't work out, something else financials couldn't work out, but then eventually we landed up on these two people, and then basically the whole credit goes to Vicky sir and his team, and of course Ninad and Shashank sir and the Dashmi team, who then agreed, they were also quite supportive about it, that yes, we should cast them, because they will add a lot of value to the project, as well as they will they of course their acting is mind blowing. There's no doubt about it. So yeah, and then that's how we went ahead with it.
Thank you so much for joining us, and all the very best for
Thank you.
With journalist Mukesh Baru, Uday Pratap Singh in Delhi, NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.